You know, living with people and doing life with people will always present its challenges. But at the moment, with many of us living confined to our homes during COVID-19, that definitely has been heightened. We are living in an unnatural, unnormal space where if you have other people in your household, you're probably all living on top of each other, in each other's space. So what often happens is the things that maybe we didn't notice 2 months ago or 3 or 4 months ago can often become an irritation when we're around them all the time. Maybe it's how someone eats, maybe it's how somebody acts, maybe it's the tone that somebody uses, maybe it's something you've not noticed before, maybe it's just an irritation that you're not used to being around so often. And I want to give you a few keys on creating great relational connection during this time of COVID, where many of us are confined to our homes and spending a lot more time with the people that we love than we normally would. And here's the first one. The first one is a beautiful word beginning with G called grace. Having grace. Grace is that thing where you overlook somebody's negative. And I often talk to my kids about grace and understanding how, yes, I have 3 little boys. Yes, he may have got a bigger slice of cake than you, or yes, he may have not said that nicely to you, or yes, he may have took the toy that you wanted to play with right now. But sometimes we have to try and conjure up more grace for people when we're living in a situation that's difficult for everybody. Grace overlooks wrongdoings of the other person. And so particularly during a difficult time like Corona, during a pandemic when the whole world is living differently, grace can help the flow of our homes in an incredible way. It can help us overlook difficulties. You see, what we focus on grows. If I focus on the irritation of another person, it grows. If I focus on that, it grows. Or I can fine-tune my focus and I can choose to look at the things that I love about them, whether it be a child or a partner or a family member. What we focus on grows. And sometimes just having a little bit more grace, particularly in a time like this, can be incredibly helpful for helping family relationships within the home. The next thing that I want to talk about in relationships is something that somebody told me a few years ago about control and connection. We can either control in our relationships, which is quicker, which is often quite damaging, but which is all on our terms. If I control the relationship, if I control the child, if I control the partner, then it all seems to be in my control. If at any point it feels out of my control, then I feel like I've lost control, and that's when things can get really messy. But so long as I'm in control of it all, people play to my tone of music, people play to my rhythm. So we can either have relationships where we control, or we can have a relationship where we connect. Connection takes time. Connecting with another human being, connecting with another soul, it takes time. We have to invest time in a relationship, and many of us live time poor. We're a time poor society living in a time poor world, and often it's much easier to control as opposed to connect. During this time where many of us are living locked down in our homes, spending a lot more time with the people that we love, it's a beautiful time to stand back and ask the questions. In this relationship, have I invested the time to connect with this person, whether it's parent-child relationship, whether it's partner-to-partner relationship, whether it's family member, or when I step back and look at this relationship, do I try to control it? As a parent, is it because I said so? Is that how we parent? With controlling mannerisms and controlling behavior? Or have we invested the time to connect with that child, to show love and grace and forgiveness and acceptance and firm boundaries and good discipline through connection? When we connect in our relationships, we build much deeper, much more fulfilling relationships with the people that we love.